Hi, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Farmer Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son,
Hi.
and this is our AEW Explosive Elite Review. It's AEW 19th of the 2nd, 2020, and this one is a good one. This is a very good episode of AEW. I thought starting off with a tag team battle royal where we had all the tag teams sort of fighting for the chance to face. At that point, it was Kenny Omega and Adam Page. I say that because later on they had a match against the Lucha Brothers for that tag team titles, so we didn't really know if that was going to change or not, but we'll get to that in a bit. I'm not going to go through everything. All we're going to say is that the Dark Order came to ringside again, sort of call out SCU again and say about Christopher Daniels, and they said about the Exalted One is coming and he is very near. Obviously, we know Matt Hardy's contract is coming up to the end of WWE soon, in a couple of weeks. So it could be Matt Hardy. I think a broken Matt Hardy as the leader of the Dark Order could be very, very good and interesting. But anyway, partway through the match, they offered Shima a mask. He took it and walked through the crowd. So we don't know if he's took it or he's considering it or what. There was Satana and Tease. They were kind of like the last group in the match. They had
against Matt Jackson.
There we go, against Matt Jackson, yes, of the Young Bucks. Sammy Guevara, who was ringside, he got onto the sort of springboard off the ropes, and he got basically a super kick to the face from Matt Jackson, and what a super kick. Oh my god, I honestly thought he'd knocked him out. He literally smacks him under the chin and he folds him up, and it looked like he'd injured himself, but he does appear later on in the show, so obviously he's fine. He kind of sort of went back on his ankle as well. I thought, oh god, that's an ankle injury or something like that, but luckily he was okay. And it was who won it?
The Young Bucks.
Yeah, Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, got the victory, essentially winning it for the Young Bucks. So at that time, we thought it was going to be Young Bucks versus Omega and Page, but obviously, like I said, Lucha Brothers had a match, so they might change or not. We'll have to wait and see. I put Statlander won. Not really much to that. There was a little bit of sort of a teased triple threat for Nyla Rose's AEW Women's Championship with Statlander and Big Swole. We'll have to see what happens. We had Moxley versus Jeff Cobbs. Obviously, last week Jeff Cobbs was the hired gun, as it were, for Jericho. This is the sort of reprise of that. Jericho appeared with Jake Hager and Sammy Guevara. Let's say he's fine. Sammy Guevara at ringside with tickets. Again, like I say, this match was okay. Jeff Cobbs had a good sort of debut, I thought, here. At the end of the match, Moxley won with a roll-up, just a simple roll-up, only for then Jericho to run into the ring, attack after the bell, only for then Dustin Rhodes to come down. Obviously, he's got problems with the inner circle, especially Jake Hager. They got a match at Revolution. He came in to sort of make the save. He then quickly got overthrown.
He had quite a lot of matches at Revolution.
Yeah. The inner circle's got quite a few matches, yes, at Revolution, because we'll get to the next one that they've made again. The lights went out only for somebody to come and make a return. Who was it?
Darby Allin.
Yes, Darby Allin's back. Obviously, Darby Allin received a skateboard to the throat at the hands of Sammy Guevara. He's been out for a few weeks. He's now back. He then attacked Jericho and the Inner Circle and Sammy Guevara and that, only for then Jericho and Moxley to be the only two standing in the ring. They got into a sort of brawl and punch thing. Jericho then hightailed it, and that was it. And then there was some cards that basically were reading from Darby Allin, a bit like Sammy Guevara does, and it says about a match at Revolution. So I'm looking. It looks like it's going to be Darby versus Sammy Guevara at Revolution, so I have to see. Next we had Lucha Bros versus Omega and Page for the AEW titles. I'm not really going to go too much into it. They could have changed, they didn't change. Basically, Omega and Page retained, so it will be the Young Bucks versus Omega and Page. Then we had a very interesting sort of promo video. AEW figures, Kai. They are making AEW figures. These look really, really good as well. The faces look really, really good. Are they better than Mattel? Remains to be seen. We'll have to have a look and see. We'll probably bring back the unboxings for some of these AEW figures, I think. Speaking of unboxings, I'm potentially going to do a sort of special figure unboxing because they are now releasing Pete Dunne as a figure, and I'm thinking about doing a figure unboxing. So hopefully we'll get our hands on one of them quite soon. They are coming to our Smith's Toy Store in this country, so it should be a little bit easier to get hold of one, so we'll have to see. I'll keep you updated on that. And then we had the first AEW's cage match, Cody versus Wardlow. There was some blood in this match. That's what, first thing I'll say. I've heard that they've said that there could be blood at special occasions. I thought there might be blood in this match, being as it's the first cage match, and you kind of have to sort of big it up. The cage bigger than WWE. It's taller than the big WWE. The rules are a little bit different as well. You can only win by pinfall submission. If you escape the cage, it doesn't count. Obviously no DQ. They have a little bit of a gap as well at the ring side, around the ring, like Hell in a Cell, but not as big as Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell still has that big gap between the cage and the ring. This one had like a little small gap. I thought maybe they should have put a roof on it to make it actually a proper cage, but they didn't. The end of this match, there was basically MJF passed his diamond ring to Wardlow. Cody then fought back out of that. He didn't get hit. He took the ring. He then hit Wardlow, did a crossroads, went for a pin, 1-2, kick out. Then he looked up to the top of the cage. He then climbed up and did a back flip moonsault and got the win that way. So a really cool spot.
So that means MJF versus Cody at Revolution.
Yep, that doesn't mean that match is now going to happen. That's the stipulations done. Potentially, there is still that he can't touch him for another week until the match, so that could be still not broken, but it seems to be a given now that the match is going to happen. So yeah, Revolution is obviously a week Saturday on the 29th leap year February, so we'll do obviously reactions on the Sunday. Yeah, I liked AEW this week. I thought it was a really good show, really good, especially that cage match. That was cool throughout. I thought no real sort of stinker moments. I thought everything was really, really good. But anyway, if you think the same, then let us know in the comments by like, comment and subscribing, and we will see you in the next video, which will be the Out of the Blue SmackDown review. Hopefully there's something to talk about this week. It looks like there might be, because Goldberg is on there, so we'll have to see. So hopefully that will be the next video. So we'll leave it there. So I'll say goodbye, and say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.